is the Vintage RPG Podcast, your source for the best in classic and contemporary RPGs. With your hosts, Hambone and Stu.
Welcome to Vintage RPG Podcast, coming at you again from the clubhouse, hidden somewhere in the swamps of New Jersey. I'm John Hambone McGuire, and with me, as always, is the founder and publisher of Unwinnable. He ran out of Sears Wish books, so he found another catalog series, Stu Horvath.
Catalogs, my one true love. I just occurs to me, I'm perpetually cleaning stuff out. And I needed to rearrange my bookshelves. And in doing so, I think that I'm going to get rid of a couple of my old Infocom text adventure games. I know, I'm not getting rid of all of them, but...
They do not spark joy.
I mean, no, they do spark joy. It's just like, man, my shelves are the same size. Yeah. They don't get any bigger with age. And it's not that I don't love them. It's just that, you know, honestly, I can't play them. So they're just like physical objects that like I love. And honestly, I'm never going to play Trinity. I'm posting about them in 2026 before I get rid of them. But Trinity is about the atomic bomb explosion. And like, it's just I I dipped into it again ahead of writing it. I got so upset. So it's like that one, at least I'm okay with. Like that one could definitely go.
Yeah.
But I was just going through them because I'm going to put them on the feed, you know, before I get rid of them. And there's all these catalogs. And I was just like, man, look at these. I don't know if I could part with those. It's like just like the product catalogs for Infocom. So I actually went through all of my Infocom games and made sure that the catalogs that I had in the ones that I were keeping, that there were duplicate catalogs, so like I could let go of the other ones because I'm a crazy person.
No, man, I get it, and it's one of those things too where, you know, once you get rid of it, one, you'd have to pay a premium to get it back.
Yeah.
Two, it's like you're right. There's no room, but that's history. It's like, you know, it belongs in a museum. Like it's just one of those things where like I was thinking back the other day. I was doing some layout work, and I was looking for something specific, and I went and found like an old Toys R Us like flyer, the ones I used to put in the newspapers when I used to deliver newspapers. And I was like, man, like you think about the amount of like work and like thought and care that they had to put in the Sears Wish book every year. Like that was like, you know, they're working on that in advance, or like any of those JCPenney catalogs, whatever. But then like the Toys R Us ones, it's just like, we need to sell you toys now. Right. And we need to sell you something different next week, but they're just like, you know, the colors, the fonts, everything is just so like indicative of a specific time and place, you know. And you generally, you know, if you can't tell the year by the toy, you're within 2 years on any of the fonts, any of the color choices, anything. Like you're just you remember what the store looked like going in, just off the flyer.
And like I have a hard time. Like that's the stuff that I feel like is like the role-playing books are important. Like the games, they're going, like my partner at Unwinnable, Sarah, is going to take the games off my hands. So like, it's not like I'll have visitation rights.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that.
They're always going to be around, but I'm not sure that the catalogs and like the mailer stuff that was in the box, that stuff is the stuff that disappears over time. I've had such a hard time tracking down copies of Wargames West catalogs. I've literally been trying to do it since before I started the feed, and I finally got 3.
Really?
Yeah, no. This is so okay. So I gotta go back to I believe the holiday season of 1991. It might have been 1992. I haven't quite figured it out yet because Wargames West catalogs are really hard to find. That was the year I grew out of toys and I was into role-playing games that year. Mm-hmm. And instead of the Sears Wish book, I got a gaming catalog. And from that catalog, I marked off 1 billion things. And my indulgent parents bought me 1 billion things. This was the year that I got all of the Monsters Compendium like that were out. It was like the binder, the expansion, I think the Dragonlance binder too, and a bunch of stuff that was on sale.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember distinctly on the cover of this catalog, they were hawking the 4 last Orange Spine D&D books for $3.75 each. Or
Oh,
thereabouts.
really?
Yeah, it was basically $15 for all of them, including shipping. So it was Dungeoneer Survival Guide, Wilderness Survival Guide, Dragonlance Adventures, and Greyhawk Adventures. Basically, 4 books that are kind of, yeah, they're worth about $4.
Yeah.
But I just remember that so strongly, and it has tickled me so much to see those books going for so much more on eBay, and just remembering that there was a time where, you know, those were on clearance, and Wargames West desperately wanted to get rid of them to the point where they're reduced in the catalogs that I own, but I don't have the one that I'm looking for. But for years, I thought it was a Chessex catalog, and I've been chasing Chessex catalogs for a while. I finally figured out that no, like Wargames West was just a name that fell out of my head. I loved those catalogs profoundly for a period of 2 years.
Oh, so you were completely on the wrong trail.
Right. So it took me a while
That explains it.
before I figured out, but it doesn't matter, because even once I figured it out, it's been 5 years since I figured it out. They're just nowhere. They were printed on newsprint. They went through the mail. The ones that I got are about the condition that I remember mine being in. The cover, they just get shredded. They're staple bound, like a booklet, not square bound, like a wish book or whatever. And it's just like completely impossible to find, but they're great. Having finally got them back, it's just, they're so great. On the cover of at least 2. So I got the 1990 holiday catalog, which is so close, because I'm pretty sure it's the 1991 holiday catalog that I'm looking for. I have the spring 91 catalog, and I have the 1991 product listing, which is it is literally just an inventory list. No pictures on the inside. This one's boring. Their logo is just like the silhouette of like a soldier carrying a big shield. It's almost just like a, I don't know. It almost doesn't mean anything. They're a single color, so it's black, white, and usually like an accent color on the cover. So I got like a kind of watermelon red and a purple.
Oh, that's awesome.
They're great. They're full of like product listings and photographs. They have so many pictures and miniatures. I love it. On the cover, though, it's hilarious. Both a special note to parents. Parents are concerned about games their children play. We are too! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. We are proud of the selection within and have taken time to ensure our selection represents the best the adventure gaming field has to offer. Most of the games and items within are described. However, if you should have any questions about the appropriateness of a particular item for your family, please discuss it with us. We want your whole family to be happy! Exclamation point. It's almost as if there was a moral panic going on at the time, right?
You don't say.
I love that. It's amazing. And so this is the holiday catalog that I was reading from. There's a couple clip arts, like holiday clip arts of like a toy soldier, some presents, a little Christmas tree, done in like the Broderbund print shop style, where it's like they're like dot matrix sort of. And then it's also they have one of the spider skull robot things from Rifts.
No kidding.
and something called Father Unicorn, a 10.5-inch tall Hydra-stone unicorn sculpture that looks like something like Yadro would have made, and that your spinster aunt would have on her television set.
Oh yeah, dude. Like that is like the stuff. Like we talk about a lot of like old stuff on this show. We talk about a lot of like nostalgia, the things like, you know, the toys and everything. But man, like, that is the shit that brings me back. Like, you might as well also tell me that there's like plastic on the couch, you know?
I find it reassuring in a way that to find, so even just learning the name Wargames West, like, reassured me in a way that, like, yes, this happened.
Yeah.
Seeing this selection of stuff, it makes it more firm in my mind in a way. Like, it's not nostalgia necessarily.
Right. Right.
Like, because I don't want the unicorn statue, but I like to be reminded that it existed, and that it was something that like a lot of people were into or part of their decor, or like something that you encountered. It speaks to my experience and reminds me of things that I have I've just forgotten. You lose track of some stuff over time, you know? And it's just it's nuts how many of these things I own or have owned. I don't know why. And it's funny too because I feel like I'm over it now too. Like especially having gotten the War Games West catalogs, I can't honestly think of role-playing stuff that I want to hunt for. Like there's new things coming out that I'm still interested in, and I'll buy every Call of Cthulhu thing, Chaosium product that they put out. But like I'm not like there's no old stuff that I'm hunting for really. Like I have a vague interest in like collecting the rest of the West End Star Wars game, filling out my Torg collection. I think I have all the Games Workshop stuff that I really want. Like there's nothing missing. And a lot of the stuff that I have accumulated, I'm just sort of like, what am I going to do with this now that I've posted about it and written about it? Like, do I
Yeah.
need to keep it? No, I don't think I do. So I started posting stuff on eBay to get rid of it. But I do still want that one last War Games West catalog. That's the one I want. That's the last thing that I can think of that's like burning a hole in my collection that I want. Like a collection that I'm like thinking like I could get rid of so much of this now. I feel like I could be free. But I want this one newsprint catalog and then it'll heal me.
I mean, but also like you got to look at it like this. Like it's something that you're going to look at, you're going to read, you're going to enjoy it. It's almost kind of like in a way renting a movie. You're going to rent this movie, you're going to watch it, you're going to enjoy it, and you're like, okay, now I can move on. Now I can just kind of not worry about it anymore. Like I don't need to have it in my collection. It's okay to become ephemera again because I remember it enough. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And there is stuff that I can't part with. And I learned that the hard way. One of the reasons why I've done this nonsense is because I was hard up for cash, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And I sold all my Middle-earth role-playing books to Noble Knight, of all places. And I profoundly regret it because I loved those books. So part of this whole thing was like I'm going to get those back. And I overcorrected, right? So like it wasn't just like
I would say
it wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to get the ones that I used to have. It was like now I have all of them. And I like having all of them. I'm not going to get rid of those because I know if I do, I'm going to have to do it again. Like I'm going to regret it. But there's stuff like as much as I love a lot of the Traveler stuff, like I don't need the entire run of Traveler 4. Like I've never even posted about it because I don't have anything to say about it. And I think that could just go. Big news is that I have been sort of generally thinking like with TSR I've been sort of like, oh, maybe I will get all of the D&D stuff. And now I've come to the conclusion that I don't want all the D&D stuff. I do not want all the Forgotten Realms stuff. I have only ever sort of tolerated Forgotten Realms. I don't need miles of it on my bookshelf. So it's going, and I'm not going to buy anymore. I got a stack of Birthright stuff, and it's just like I didn't play it back in the day, and I don't have the main box set, which is like people want $500 for it, and it's
great
just
googly
like
moogly. That's a lot of money, bro.
Ridiculous.
I once bought a car for $500 in like the
Right?
2000s.
Yeah,
Like
I'm pretty sure I got a Jeep, like a Jimmy kind of thing for like $350 back in the late 90s.
come on, son.
Yeah, no, and like I'm pretty sure that I could put that up on eBay, that pile of Birthright stuff for like not an insignificant amount of money, and I'm never going to write about it. It doesn't spark joy, and like yeah, sure, I could spend money to get like the whole catalog, but like, do I want it? Like, then I got to store it. Like, then I gotta get rid of some of this stuff, and this is not to say that I don't love role playing games anymore. It's just that I don't need to keep it all in my house. I don't need a physical representation of that love constantly. I could squeeze it down and condense it into a pile of catalogs from the early 90s. And for a lot of things that'll probably be enough. Like I don't need, it takes up an awful lot of space, Hambone?
What?
Riffs books.
Oh yeah.
They're all like half an inch thick. So you get like 6 of them and it's just like, oh, that's a cube. Like I could have 150 records in there or 7 Riffs books.
Yeah, I think you'd prefer 100 and something records, like
yeah, and it's just I think that there's an evolving any kind of collection you have to kind of continue to evolve with it or you're gonna just wind up with a storage nightmare.
Yeah, like it's like, I get it. Full runs of comics. It's a story. It's an ongoing story. But like, and dear listener, I'm not shitting on TSR. It's just they put out a lot of stuff. And when you put out that much quantity, it can't all be quality.
And that is emphatically true with the Forgotten Realms line. There are so many garbage books out there that like I can't like if the, and it'd be one thing if I could get them for like $3, but I can't.
No.
Everything on eBay or like the collector's market for Forgotten Realms is ridiculously priced relative to the quality of the product. Like so much of the stuff that came out and it's like a metric shit ton of stuff that came out from like 94 to 97, 98. It's all the stuff that was like after like TSR kind of imploded and Wizards of the Coast took over. Like the Forgotten Realms stuff just takes a drastic turn for the worst. It's the stuff that has the white borders. Powers and Pantheons is a book that I see everywhere. It is just like such a boring ass book. I got to get rid of it. I had the purge list that I was selling directly, and like I'm now slowly putting everything on eBay, and I'm just like, man, there's more stuff up in the loft that I could get rid of. Like, let me get up there. I can't wait. Like I'm like the Grim Reaper now.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes sometimes it's just okay to let stuff go,
Yeah.
And so, dear listener, I've been to the attic. I've been to the loft. I've been in the clubhouse. Obviously, we've been friends a long time. Like when Stu finally says there's no room at the inn, there really is no room at the inn. Like they're genuinely like there's nothing. There's no room left. And then you can't get new cool stuff if you got old stuff that you just like you don't want to dust. I don't want to dust,
Right. And my magazines are similar to my catalogs. I don't want to get rid of the magazines. I don't necessarily want to have them out. I finally put them up in the attic, the actual attic, boxed neatly. But like the thought of selling them is just like I can't get rid of these. I might need these for something. Like, and I could see where like there might be a book or they're a research tool or they are time of a time in a way that the actual products that they're talking about are not, and I can't get rid of them. But that's also like I don't know, 16 boxes, bankers boxes of magazines, and like something had to be done. I can't keep them in a storage unit.
Can't put them all on microfiche.
No. But I don't want them on microfiche. I can't work with PDF. Like I do refer to him a little bit.
Oh yeah, of course.
But like it's just no. I gotta have the real thing. Gotta smell the dust. Get your hands dirty.
That's it. Feel the print on your fingers.
Yeah,
ever so slightly raised.
In terms of Dragon Magazine, you have to like the risk reward of like looking through and seeing cool pictures and reading cool stuff versus like, oops, the cover fell off. Because that happens a lot,
yeah,
especially in the later issues. They're just like the staple because they're really too big to be magazines. They should have been square bound. But when they were staple bound, it's just like that cover wants to pop right off.
Oh yeah, man, like it's just so funny because every time you get one of those old things, like you go to like one of those shows and you open it up, you're like, I gotta be so gentle with this because that like, oh shit, if I handle this the wrong way, I might end up having to buy this. I might end up having to buy this because now like I've now wrecked the cover. It's fallen off of my hands.
There's no saving a Dragon Magazine cover that's popped off. But I will say that square bound books, as much as I hate a square binding, and like the glue always dries out and cracks and your book falls apart. The nice thing about that is I've learned that you could just fix that with some wood glue and it works pretty good. I've actually repaired some vintage paperbacks with just a tiny little bit of wood glue sparingly applied.
Oh, really? Wood glue?
Well, it's paper, right?
Yeah,
Paper's wood.
What? You are so right.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, I wouldn't like. There are better ways to go about it for like other kinds of books. I wish that my 1940s Avons would like not be deteriorating because of all the acid in the paper, but like,
yeah,
it's going to happen. So like, I don't have to be quite so like I do want to be able to hold and read the book. So when I recently had A. Merritt's Creep Shadow Creep, and I read it for the monster book, and like I got halfway through it, pop, it like just opened up in the middle, and like the thing snapped, and I was just like, man, this thing's gonna fall apart. And I was like, wait, I could just glue it.
It's
And
also an unmistakable sound.
yeah, it's a horrible sound. And like you got to be a little bit careful with it, especially when it like cracks so completely as that one did. But yeah, just a little bit of glue and like like I said, it's full of acid. The thing is going to disintegrate over time. There's no stopping it. So like you don't have to worry about like, oh my God, am I like messing with the pH of this valuable item? It's like, no, yeah, it's $15 because it's like from the 40s, but it's also like, whatever. It's not. You can't save it. It was doomed when they printed it.
Yeah, it kind of was, man. Like it's
They're crazy. I mean, like paperbacks were invented in the 40s, and like they didn't care. They didn't know what they were doing. It's sort of like the pulp. They're a similar paper quality as the older pulp magazines, which were also square bound usually. And yeah, they're doomed. It's amazing to find them, but they're always like this really either very, very rich, deep yellow or like straight up like oak leaf brown at this point. I don't know. Maybe having the other 50 years before like they just turn to dust. Sad, but
yeah. I mean, and you think about like the OG chemicals they had to use just to get it that far.
Right.
Like we killed trees back in the day. We meant it. Oh, do you have any final thoughts on this stuff or?
I think that's about it. I got to make sure that I don't like get rid of so much stuff that I can't have a feed in 2027. That's the tricky thing. I'll find something to post about.
Oh yeah, I mean like there's always something. Like there's
honestly, I got so many books to write. I might not have time for a feed after after a certain point.
Jesus. I mean the feed's been like 10 years, almost 10 years, right? 9 years at this point?
2027 will be 10 years.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, and who's to say if I mean you'll have the website, so it's fine. But who's to say like what Instagram will be in another 2 years?
Yeah, I mean it's garbage. It's been garbage. I can't even. There's no engagement on there. It's just a worthless unless you do video. Now they want like you to put music over everything. It's just like I have the sound off on my phone. Like
Yeah.
I never have it on, and like I don't want to be like trying to read a post and also have like even a sick heavy metal song. I don't. That's not what I want right now. It's like just an oversaturation of stuff. It seems like they paid for it. That they like a Universal Music license or something, and now they're just like we have to make people use this.
Well, I mean the funny now I'm gonna take the gloves off, getting off the bench here. The best part about all of that is the artists aren't making any money.
Yeah.
Like, like it's bad enough that the dude from Spotify is investing in all the fucking tomfuckery he's investing in, right? While not paying artists. But like we're like, oh my God, if you want more engagement, you put music on your thing. It's just like, okay, so you got a music license, great, but like no artist is actually going to get paid off of this. Like no one's making. You have to be like the top artist in the world to make any kind of money, and even that is not what it was when you were getting royalties for things being played on terrestrial radio, which listen, I understand things have to change, obviously, but like, dude, like there's no money coming in. The only people who are making money are Meta. So it's like, and that whole thing is a scam because right now this week, put songs on there. If you want more engagement, put songs on there. But then like in the 2 weeks, when everyone's still doing that, the engagement's going to be gone again. It's a casino. You win once.
Yeah.
So you the post of your fish tacos, they're like, oh my God, like I got like more engagement than I've ever gotten. Thousands of people saw my shit. And then you do the same thing again and no one sees it. It's like, but you're going to keep trying. You keep chasing that dragon, trying to like.
You're right. It's totally like a slot machine. It's a black box. You have no idea what you did to succeed that one time. And it's impossible to reproduce.
Yeah, it really is. And, and I definitely know people who made their careers on just grinding every day on social media, grinding on TikTok. TikTok was a spot up until I don't know, try to ban it or do what the fuck they did with it. Where you could build a following. You could get people to see your stuff. It was happening. But I mean, I don't think that's really like a thing anymore. So yeah, man, the short version of this is like, buy artist shit from the artists if you can. Don't worry about putting their songs on your thing. No one's going to see your fucking shit anyway. You know.
I mean,
that's kind of my TED Talk.
Yeah, yeah. I do have to say that while Meta might be making some money, they're also losing money. Did you hear this thing about how they had the hiring spree for AI researchers? So they poached a bunch of talent from OpenAI and other places, and a bunch of those people left. Like they just came over for the multi-million-dollar signing bonus, and then they went back to their old job.
Good, police them.
Like I'm not really rooting for AI researchers, but like it is a strong move to just to take Zuckerberg's money and then just leave.
Take the money and run, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's constantly coming out the AI thing, and it's just like everything else. It's the AI is like the new NFT. It's more useful, a lot more useful than an NFT. Let's be real, because you can actually do something with it. But I don't know, man. If you saw the recent episode of South Park, it's pretty spot on.
I haven't, but it's just what a we're getting way off topic here. We gotta reel it. I could talk about this and get increasingly angry. Yeah, but I haven't had my breakfast yet.
Yeah,
so.
let's not raise our blood pressure before breakfast. So this was another amazing episode of the Vintage RPG Podcast. Dude, where can people find you on the internet?
They can find me at vintagerpg.com. I'm writing the posts for 2026. I've gotten some suggestions from folks. I've read them. I haven't responded
how cool
to
is that? That's awesome.
That is pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them because they're not things that I own. And this whole episode's been about me getting rid of stuff instead of buying stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. I have some. I have a writing project that I'm hopefully sealing the deal on shortly, and maybe then I could treat myself to the Mech Warrior RPG core rulebook. Who knows?
I mean, here's hoping, man. And folks, I'm not trying to be salty today. I'm actually in a very happy-go-lucky good mood today. So don't worry about your old buddy HB. We're doing fine. You can find me across the internet at John McGuire RPG. Yeah, I'm posting about stuff and whatever. And you can check out hamneggpublishing.com to find links to pick up books from 321 RPG, Zombie Brain Eaters, and hopefully the next month-ish, some copies of Days of Future Fairhaven. If you have not picked up Days of Future Fairhaven yet on the backer kit, the pre-order store is still open for a little while longer until we go to print. If you like the show, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Your reviews really do help other listeners to find us. And if you really like the show, want to become a patron? Patreon.com/vintagerpg. Behind the scenes look at Stu's stuff that he's working on. We got a behind the scenes look, here and there on what goes on with the show. For as little as $1 a month, you get the episodes early, sometime between Friday and Sunday, depending on when we record them. Sorry, guys, it came out Sunday last week. Or somewhere back in time if you're listening to this in 2026. At the $5 tier, I run a game at the $10 tier. You can get in on my game and Stu's game. My game is 1-900 Fantasy. It is a correspondence game that's going to be an ongoing campaign. And once a month, I do a adventure from a different system we end up talking about here. On Stu's tier, he has the legendary West Marches campaign that is so deadly. And it's been going on now for over 2 years. It's a good time. You should check that out. Patreon.com/vintagerpg. So for Stu Horvath, I'm John Hambone McGuire. May the dice always roll in your favor. Take care. Thanks for listening. The Vintage RPG Podcast is a ham-fisted production. Music by Dead Go West. Art by Schaefer Brown. Edited by R. Alex Murray. Check us out at vintagerpg.com.